Oh, so you think I'm gonna do a fun intro to yet another episode I'm not in? Well, you can kiss my green ass, daddy.
Recent past, super limits, speed and frustration, coming in, break the big, rock sensation. You can't stop it, not gonna fake it, you're gonna love it, come on, take it.
Coven of the Snake. So I heard Metal T all was going on about it, and then one day I was in the tub drinking brandy watching Zep Pearl channel, and then he brings it up. So it just seemed like the right thing to do. It's on Amazon, it's easy, no hassle. So I made the purchase. And from what I heard, yeah, I thought it was great. But I also felt that maybe I was trying to make it up to him for failing to hear Sun Ra's anything but 1967 Spider-Man music. But Coven is great, and I recommend it from what I hear if you like that kind of style. But I'm hooked on the classics of love, brah.
I'd hardly consider Fantasy Girl by Johnny O classic.
That's just my baiting in the shower music.
Johnny O looks like Gomez Adams, and that's not a bad thing. Anyway, for me, Megadeth.
What? You haven't listened to it? It's great.
Oh, Dave. Yes, I know. I can hear the ghost of Gar Samuelson haunting the drums and shit. Like you said, but I don't have the boner for Dave that you do. It's his best in years, undoubtedly. But that whole Junior thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way. That's what he said. Please excuse me. For me, Testament type creation. I just took it out of the shrink wrap today when I knew I was going to have to pull it out. That's what Dave Ellefson said. But here's the deal, man. I'm still not done with Brother of the Snake, quite frankly. We're getting along fine. We've shared apartment keys, and we like to wake up on Sunday and read the paper, have brunch, and then go antique shopping. That kind of shit. I don't want to fuck that up right now.
You could listen to both. Hands down, Ruins of Evbrass, thanks to the Heavy Metallurgy Album Club. Now here's the deal, gang. You know me, I'm a traditionalist. I love traditional old school metal. Proto Power, Speed, Early Death, New Album, even glam. Hell, I got no problems with it. But see, that puts me at a serious disadvantage when watching a show like this. Because what the boys bring to the table, especially Morbid Crank and Kellen, I got not a clue what's going on. I now empathize with my grandmother when I sent her to Kmart to get David Lee Roth's Eat 'Em and Smile. Can you imagine how lost she must have been in the electronics department? Frightened and probably being pummeled by Baltimore's Tarzan boy over the speakers. But you guys with your abyssal wombs and ritual of uncurable eclipses. Come on, man. Throw me a Blind Fury and Kubla Khan every now and then. Shit. That said, every so often, I do find myself following up on some of this stuff. And sometimes, just sometimes, one grabs a hold of me. And Runes? Whew. It did that in spades. I don't know why. I can't tell you why I like cheesies in my tomato soup or why I like women with powerful bangs. It's just how I'm wired. So I gotta thank you from the bottom of my heart, Morbid Crank. You are making me a better person.
Man, despite being from Philly, you gotta love Dreadful Minutes, Rick. God, I hate the Flyers. Ugh, I love Rick. He looks like a 70s Black Velvet oil painting. You know, the one with the kids with the really big eyes? You can trust a kid like that. Rick is a really cool kid. Marvelous head of hair. Well, anyways, he was going on and on about this band, Blue House Nord. Now, him and his crew were constantly bringing them up. And I honestly never heard of them. So I checked them out. Holy shit. Well, that's kind of what happens when you get your metal news from Corrosium and the Metalhead Dollar Bin. Well, Rick here keeps me fresh. Hip to the scene. Thank you, Ricardo. This thing is brilliant. Love it.
So I'm gay for admiring the Megadeth discography, while you two assholes sound like you want to get on a bottle of Pinot Noir and take Rick behind the old gazebo.
There's that wall again, Mr. Gorbachev. And speaking of walls of sound, Warforged psychedelic realms of death. I'm gonna hold off on the whole old school death metal, swampy Floridian analogies, similes and metaphors. Just take in the album, the maniacal premise / concept, and unreliable narrative running through this whole thing. I refuse to be the atmosphere guy. But not since Halloween 3, The Beast Within, and the last 20 minutes of New Jack City have I been this mesmerized. Mike Colby, this might be my favorite thing ever put out in the galaxy.
You know, I'm almost jealous that I didn't pick this because I love this too.
I'll check it out if it's that good. 6 violently hallucinogenic songs about a psychic spore arriving to the planet with hostile intentions. Yeah, it's that good.
Metal for breakfast, Canadian Con from '84. See, I was just a young chap. I was enjoying the sounds of Lee Aaron, Ozzy Osbourne, The Nuge, Quiet Riot. You know, meat and potatoes 101 shit, right? You gotta listen to Crazy Train for the first time sometime. But then, out of nowhere, absolutely having zero business for being there, except fate. A merciful fate. And it presented itself in the form of Black Funeral. It was like goddamn Van Damme showing up at a backyard Kumite for 7-year-olds. This is 87, 88. I'm not ready for this. You know, all hail Satan?
Yes, hail Satan!
Well, yeah, that is scary as all hell, but it left an impact, and it stuck with me. And when I was ready, around, say, 13, I went out and bought Melissa. And that was probably in my top 3. And I say that with the seriousness of a Middle Eastern ophthalmologist.
Hands down, easily. Call the Boner SWAT team. Manila Road, Crystal Logic. There's something about upstate New York in the fall, man. Nice little road trip. Somewhere around Syracuse. Me and my old chum Keenan. Armed with nothing but a console full of cassettes. A family-sized bag of Funyuns, a sixer of Schlitz, 2 Berettas, a Desert Eagle, and a Spaz 12. Well, anyways, here I am, minding my own business. 20 minutes max to Ithaca, when Necropolis comes on. Like, I instantly had to pull over. Tears of laughter and night driving do not make for ideal driving conditions. Tales of crypts of Atlantean kings? Magic tridents of Volusia's sea? Rewind that. Play it again, I said. And this process continued for 2 hours, becoming less and less droll with every listen. I was in love. I finally knew what it was to love something. Something that wasn't as base as sex. It was like hearing the face of God. His bushy white beard rubbing against your tympanic membrane. I'll never forget that. Sadly, Keenan passed away from the gunshot wounds from the botched robbery. We never made it to the hospital where Dr. Vincenzo, an old friend who owed us a favor, was waiting. But Keenan died with a smile on his face. And by God, I hope he was the first to welcome Mark the Shark into his loving arms on that fateful day, July 27, 2018. Snow White, you had me at Saturday night. Where are you, Nicole Lee? Have you moved beyond the earthly realm? Have you stopped caring, embraced mediocrity, perhaps betraying heavy metal and your Jenny Craig subscription for the deep dish extravagance of Illinois' finest? I too am a lover of life. Gunga Singa showers by candlelight with his shirt on because of the crippling shame.
It's true, we can't be young, beautiful, and powerful forever.
But where are you, Nicole Lee? Along with the Fulton brothers, pioneers of Chicago's most excellent speed thrash scene. This is a question I find echoing in my head that sometimes violently collides with other mysteries. 9/11 conspiracies, John Benet Ramsey, and just why the fuck Arrested Development was on Fox instead of HBO where it belonged, hermano. Where are you, Nicole? Asking for a friend.
Overkill. Old head, bless his bearded heart. He says that they're just going through the motions. Paint by numbers metal, nothing new. Well, sir, that's a fine how do you do. We can't all be blessed with your funky C, funky do experimental rock palette with your Mr. Bungles, Mordreds, and Living Colors. No. Some of us like McDonald's. We love the Big Mac. We have zero problems with gas station coffee and Slim Jims. Mr. Dandy Fancy Pants with your Donut House Keurigs. We know what we're getting. Sure. We may switch up for a 10-pack of nuggets that was killing kind, or the fillet of fish that was I hear black. I get it, but it was always on brand. Always! Notwithstanding their extra deluxe and McDLT. So you think about that the next time you want to formulate your own ideas different than ours. Anyways, love the Crystal and the Kid, but your ass deserves 2 titty twisters and an Native American sunburn. I mean it.
Always Testament, the same analogy, but this time I'm going Burger King. Always flame broiled, always king, daddy. Obituary dying of everything. It's out, I know, but I haven't got my Amazon order yet. But from what I hear, it's delicious. Like Arby's. Folded processed ham. Melted orange cheese.
Yes.
Now I'm thinking Arby's.
Yeah. AC/DC, blow up your video. The dirtbag era. What a warm, fuzzy feeling I get in my stomach when I think about this one. Puberty mustaches, shoplifting micro machines, and Salem's at Kmart with the boys. And that summer just taking care of my sister after another abortion. Good times. 2's up. I love it when Brian Johnson knows when it's time to get blue-collar sexy. Like some sort of shovel operator at the Legion at 2 a.m. Another shirt button pops open every 20 minutes. Strutting around in his vasectomy jeans with his heat seeker.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You know, he's got the biggest penis in rock and roll.
Bigger than James Woods?
Well, James Woods ain't in rock and roll, but I'd wager if a Clash of the Champions returned to the Greensboro Coliseum in a steel cage, TV championship on the line, Brian Johnson's coming out large, Jack, and you can believe that.
I don't have a dog in this fight, but I know that James Woods can pitch a tent too.
Oh, family size. Gargantuan.
Well, everything you just said, but this time, fly on the wall.
Yes!
Old tobacco fingers.
You know you're on the right track when Stephen King personally selects this era's tracks for his magnum opus, Maximum Overdrive. Criterion, I appreciate you preserving Cassavetes' killing of a Chinese bookie.
Oh, shit, Ben Gazzara. What a national treasure that is.
Yeah, well, it would be nice to get the same treatment for Emilio and the Dixie Boy gang.
Yeah, I don't remember Ben Gazzara being in Repo Man or Wisdom. And speaking of getting screwed, Baby Taku? Look, I cheated and did the 23rd on the next shelf as to avoid another Deece album. But if I knew I was going to get Baby Taku, the hell is this? What is a Baby Taku, and who agreed on this band name?
Well, actually, it's a James Joyce reference.
No, okay? Shut up, please. Like, I realized Wild Pussy and Wicked Scepter were taken already, but there were about 10 zillion other cool names that you could have picked. James Joyce. Be a man. Stop waxing your ass. Read a couple of Louis L'Amours.
Come on. Rock. It's a great song. Like that hairy-chested hard rock kind of metal like Y&T and Night Ranger. When Broad Gillis gets spicy. Villain, Only Time Will Tell, 1986. I finally got an OG. Check it out, no barcode.
Brag.
Bet your ass. What a masterpiece. And I got it for a reasonable price. Speedy Power, traditional U.S. steel with Jeff Tatian vocals. I gotta tell you, man, if I was in charge, this band would be on its 11th album by now. It turns my stomach.
Yeah, but speaking of injustice, Millie Jackson, back to the shit. No, it's not metal, but like Millie, I too am out of patience. And also couldn't give less of a shit. The queen of raunchy soul, the godmother of rap, the arch nemesis of Tina Turner. This magnificent woman had it all. And with the help of alcohol, a possible nervous breakdown, and a healthy sense of lowbrow, blowfly humor, she got a whole lot more.
I'm gonna fuck his ass up for real as soon as he come back.
Hey, Mirrors, last BOC that I needed for the set. It's not my favorite, but I can hang with it on a lazy Sunday, sipping a few mimosas and reorganizing my hockey card collection. Oh, listen, excuse me, but if anyone has an OPG 1975 Cowboy Bill Flett or 76 Bill McKenzie when he played for the Rockies, contact me.
Smithworks!
Covered in blood.
Highly collectible in the Jesus Metal Underground scene. Straight out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Look at this cover. Manowar, Frazetta. You know, with a mid-80s Katie Lang / Bono lesbian haircut.
That does look like Katie Lang.
Oh, look here. On the sword. Words inscribed. No, not sword. The S is missing. It spells word.
I don't get it. Is it a typo?
He's killing the dragon with the word of God.
But it's a sword. Shouldn't he be like a cleric reading a spell out of the Bible? Or Moses' scrolls?
It's a tablet, asshole. And Moses only had like max 4 cantrips. They're gonna waste it on a fucking green dragon.
Anyways, the album's hit and miss. It gets bluesy at times, which is a big no-no for me. But for sanctimonious Jesus freaks, I'm sure this goes down like a fine fresca.
Blessed death! Man, I'm so glad I grabbed this. I never play it, and I love it. I forgot I even had it. This is explosive speed thrash. And I remember instantly thinking of him the first time that I heard Ulysses Siren. Shit, what a fun listen. Oh, and for my boy Aaron, look at this wah-wah in the glasses. Tell me this chud doesn't know how to party.
Abattoir, Vicious Attack. Now here is a criminally underappreciated speed metal band. And I would go as far as calling them the American Exciter. Hardly a stretch to hear Abattoir, Agent Steel, and Savage Grace uttered in the same breath, man. The unspoken underbelly of LA's other scene. I really like how the bass is allowed to break free and equally raise hell. What a headbanger!
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, sure, it's their best in years, but I'm not paying $75 Canadian for a fistful of 5s dressed as 7s. No way, man. And I know you're watching, Bruce. I'm sorry, but this will not stand. Well, just get the 2 CD digipack for $24.91, you're saying, huh? Do I look like a goddamn animal to you? Do I look like I eat out of the back of a Walmart?
No, you do not.
Up the irons? Not for $70.
It's an outrage.
The size of the balls, man.
Did I ever tell you about my friend Derek Lonergan's mom?
No, I do not believe so.
Yeah, she had a ceramic elf head cookie jar, and it looked hauntingly like Dave Murray.
Really? I don't know, probably about a third of my check. I have issues and not much of a social life, and that's a deadly combo.
Nah, just gap fillers for me from here on in, man. Like Stormwitch or Dio Angry Machines. That sort of shit.
Well, I don't know, whatever you guys get, I'll just tape it off you. Oh, the mother of bad cover decisions. Exodus Lowrider.
I can't think of anything less lowrider than Exodus. Exodus isn't a band. It's more of a malevolent energy that sets couches on fire and tricks its friends into drinking piss. You're welcome, Flotsam. Sins absolved, and the spirit of Elton John can finally be at rest.
That one was bad too.
I hate to dogpile and pull a train on Metallica because I genuinely like them. But I thought I'd pull a switcheroo on you and pick Through the Never on Metallica Black. Not that it's bad, but because everything else on here is dog shit. But this one's got Fleming Rasmussen potential all over it.
Ain't superstitious on P-cells. Dave, these cover choices, man, they're hilarious in-jokes, but apparently I'm not smart enough to get them. That is some Dennis Miller comedy riffing.
Come on, man, that's just Dave emulating Jeff Beck, trying to be hip to the scene, no doubt. Seriously, probably just a way to keep Chris and Gar interested.
Willie Dixon most assuredly did not deserve that.
Okay, oh my goodness, that was a beast.
All right.
If you had fun, come on, give us a subscribe because you know what? It helps us. If you didn't, thanks for sticking in. Just seething and hating us the whole time. We appreciate it. Anyway, special thanks to the Metal Scout for the tag. Thanks for all the support, people. Especially Mr. Peter Graves. You know, you bought us a camera slider. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and we cherish you for it. So till the next time, kids, get them grades up. Being stupid isn't rock and roll.
And I don't know, if you're over 40 or something, get a colonoscopy, maybe a mammogram.
And give your grandmother a call. Shit, it's not much to ask.
Exactly. But most importantly, everyone, we love you.
And go to hell.
Brand new guy inside. I want you in my fantasy. 'Cause I'm doing it